What is going on? Hope everybody is doing absolutely amazing. My name is Tucson Gilbert, and in this video, I'm going to be explaining the systematic formula that I personally use to grow and scale my digital marketing agency. So I'm going to be breaking this down extremely simply, like simple. Basically, the foundational level. Like this is going to be the most basic, comprehensive way you can understand how to actually grow and scale your marketing agency. All right. Because I feel like on YouTube, a lot of the time you might watch somebody's video and you'll leave the video more confused than before you even clicked on it, right? Like you'll watch a video and you'll be like, what did I just watch? But the systems I'm going to be breaking down, they're right here in front of you. Pick your market and niche, craft your offer, get people to know about your offer, get the people that know about it to buy, and then actually deliver results, right? Don't be a scammer. That stuff's not cool on the internet. I could go on all day about how the Smma game is backwards, right? A lot of people tell you get clients first, gather data, get the capital to get people's results. No, right? If you think about any business in the real world, it's built back to front. You have a product that works, then you bring it to the market, right? The whole agency game is backwards, right? I'll kind of touch on that later. But what I'm going to be talking about in this video, same stuff that allowed me to scale my digital marketing agency, do numbers like $30,000 per week, $15,000 in a single day, $3,000 days, $6,000 payouts, $11,000 days, 93 clients in 90 days, and $106,000 in a single month. All right. Same thing I use if you're an active or aspiring agency owner. Same thing I use for the one-on-one agency owners I work with in my one-on-one. Get results like Rosu, $8,000 in a single day, 7K, 11K in 3 weeks. Yasmin closing $10,000 deals, 5K in a single day. All right. You get the point. I'm not going to go on and on about it, but stuff works. All right. So let's talk about picking your market and niche. What I have to say about this is it doesn't matter what niche you go into. Every niche, you can basically think about this. Every single niche you go into, it's going to suck. It's going to be bad. That's just the name of the game, right? There's no such thing as one niche being better or worse than the others. I will tell you that if you're a complete beginner, don't go into ecom, don't go into real estate, and don't go into med spas, all right? So the thing about those three is that they're not built for beginners because the market sophistication level is much higher than it is in any other niche in SMMA, right? What that basically means is these markets, they have been through a lot of shit with agency owners and they understand the BS you're trying to pitch them, right? And even if in these certain niches, it's getting to the point where it doesn't matter how good you are at what you do. There's a lot of other factors that are going to come into play just simply because they've been scammed before by incompetent agency owners that don't systemize their operations and deliver suevo results. All right. So fulfillment and results, extremely important. But if you're a beginner and you don't have, in these markets like ecom, real estate, and med spas, the reason why people are going to succeed, even myself, my agency that makes 106K per month is in the med spa niche. I wouldn't go into there if I was just starting out. My agency has the most insane client results and case studies with a SMA, a social media marketing agency. My social media marketing agency has consistently scaled med spas, local business, a brick and mortar to multiple med spas to $100,000 plus per month. All right. You can literally fact check me, right? We actually know how to deliver results. Okay. So pick your market and niche. Understand that if you're a beginner, don't go into real estate, med spas, or ecom. They're going to be really hard. Anything else, it is what it is. It's all the same. Any other niche you go into, it honestly doesn't matter. It's all going to be the same BS. You got to find your way and make it work. Craft your offer. So what I will say, if you were to go into a highly sophisticated market like med spas, ecom, real estate, you have to build a more unique offer. Basically, what this is going to mean is that one, you have to differentiate yourself substantially. Two, you have to have a strong guarantee. And three, you need to have good case studies, right? And any other niche, though, what I will say and what I've basically learned in my time in this game is that whenever we're trying to build a successful company, how I personally learned how to create great offers, I looked at successful companies in different industries so I could fully understand the tactics, principles, and mechanisms that other people that have already achieved success are currently using. to actually make this whole thing work, right? And the very first way I did this was by studying Alex Hormozi's business, Gym Launch, and the exact infrastructure that he personally used that allowed him to scale and exit for $46.2 million, right? So basically, if you haven't seen it before, let me see if I have a better. If you haven't seen it before, this is Alex Hormozi's full system and infrastructure that he delivered and implemented for his ideal client, which was gym owners, right? As you can see here, he has understanding levels of a gym, solving their client acquisition, solving their churn, giving them the expansion model, allowing them to understand how to scale. Talent acquisition funnel, same thing as a client acquisition funnel, but to actually get employees. What's next? Macro business models, understanding macro business models, right? So these were the key problems he deemed necessary to scale a gym owner. And if we look at his business, if we look at the statistics, $46.2 million exit, tons of case studies, this works, right? It's successful. So we can basically understand this. Okay, Alex used this. What tactics, principles, strategies that he used, what can I take from this and apply to myself? The first insight this allowed me to gather to understand how to actually structure my offer. Okay. And what I realized is that we need to build a full end-to-end solution for the markets that we are in. The next thing I did was take a look at some of the biggest private equity firms. And what I specifically studied was the strategies that people are currently using, these private equity firms, to create new value in companies. So a lot of private equity firms, they're looking to strategically buy a company that has a lot of potential. Once they buy it, whatever revenue mark that company is at, they want to then scale it so that they can make more money with the company they just bought. And some private equity firms have a different strategy. If they want to, they might sell it once they increase the valuation in the company. Other private equity firms are looking to hold. Okay. But what they do 100% is create new value into companies. And what this allowed me to learn is that when providing value for a business and trying to increase the value of a business, there are four elements in private equity. Some firms do call these the four buckets of value creation. And these are going to be sales and marketing, service delivery and retention, having your unique selling proposition. This is basically just your offer, what you're exchanging with people, what you're giving people in exchange for money, right? And then people and talent. Basically, these are the four things we can help someone with that will generate the most value for their company. And now understanding this allowed me to create something called the leverage consultant model. Basically, what it is it's consulting services delivered in the form of protocols, frameworks, content, and SOPs, the utilization of software solutions, and the implementation of systems and infrastructure tailored to the specific needs of the client. Now, to sum this up in simple language, you're combining the coaching model, which delivers your done with you and do it yourself services, with the agency model that has your typical done for you services. If you were to just do the agency model, you're going to run into an immense amount of challenges. And these are the same challenges I ran into for 18 whole months that left me literally negative and in the red, losing money trying to scale this model. One, because it's hard to display the true value of this offer, right? Two, once you do have a client that actually says, yes, I would like to participate in your services, I'll pay you the money, it's hard to get them results, right? It's hard to get somebody results when you're doing everything for them. One, it's because the whole entire weight of providing the service and solution is on your shoulders. If anything goes wrong, it's you F up and you owe them a refund or their money back, right? And people, a lot of the time with these done for you services, the client is going to pay the invoice and not even expect they have to do anything themselves to help themselves to achieve their desired result, right? And if we understand life, if we understand business, it's just simply not how things work at all, right? Done for you just gives the client the bad understanding of how the business relationship is going to work. Imagine if you had a client that just said, hey, take the money. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not even going to touch this. You do the work. I'll see the results. And they're going to be very critical and very harsh on the results you're able to bring. Okay. Since they know everything's on you, anything that goes wrong, you're going to take the full blame for it, right? When you combine this with a done for you, do it yourself, you get the client more involved. You're able to deliver more. You're actually able to solve for more. As a simple service provider, there's only so much you can actually solve. When you combine the done with you and do it yourself, you're actually tapping into the external, especially if we're online, right? There's only so much we can do online. When you combine this done with you, do it yourself, you can actually climb into the real world and help people solve real problems in real life, right? And that is very valuable. Okay. Once you craft it, get people to know about the offer. Basic. Let's see where that's at. So basically, the make or break factor on whether or not an acquisition strategy is going to work is going to be its ability to gain and generate trust. And in order to quickly and efficiently solve this problem of not having enough trust, we need to understand that any typical market, it doesn't matter what niche industry we're in, we're going to find our entire industry split up into three different segments. All right. The sidewalk, the slow lane, and the fast lane. The sidewalk, people on the sidewalk, they're not ready to buy what you have to offer. Any message about your product, service, solution are going to be just flat out ignored, right? And most of the time, these people on the sidewalk, they're not even aware that they currently have a problem that can be solved, right? The slow lane, these people are problem aware. They're beginning to notice how this problem is affecting their real life. Like, let's say you have a rash, right? It's itchy. You're beginning to notice it's itchy. I might need some cream, or like, how could I stop being so itchy, right? So they're going to become more and more receptive to messages. If I'm got a rash, this sounds so weird and so crazy, but if I have a rash and I'm itchy all the time, and someone says, "Hey, I've got a solution," or "Are you itchy?" or they're shouting something like cream for people that are itchy, I'm like, huh? Right? You get the point. Okay, but people in this stage are looking for some sort of authority figure that can bridge the gap from where they currently are, being itchy, to not being itchy, having their itch relieved. Okay, this person understands the problem in the fast lane. These are the people we love. That's the 3% of the market that are respond to our direct response ads, that want to give us money right away, right? These people understand the problem, they can see a viable solution, and they're actually in need of that solution immediately. So in the rash example, which I don't know why I used a rash example, but this would be if I'm really super itchy, I can't even stop scratching myself for 2 seconds, and I'm scratching myself so hard my skin is getting inflamed, right? But the thing is, only 3% of people in the world in any market are actually going to be that itchy. All right. So if only 3% of the people in any given market are actually that itchy, what do we do with the rest of the 97%? What does that mean for the rest of the market? This means we need a system that not only takes advantage of the 3% of the market that is actively itchy, scratching themselves, super irritated, but also the people that are, just a little bit itchy, just like, gotta look, like, just a little bit, right? So this is because the name of the game is staying on top of people's minds with the correct messaging. And now this can only be accomplished through two things: omnipresence and relevance. We want to always be sending out relevant messages that allow us to stay top of mind in our market all the time, right? So instead of only choosing one acquisition channel, only sending direct response to people that are likely highly uninterested, if you continue to spend more money on direct response, let's say you have a ad that's working at $50 and you're getting $10, $15 cost per lead, right? If you try and raise that same ad to $100, $125, it's not going to work. You're reaching new audience levels, new areas of the market that aren't interested anymore. They're not that itchy, right? Instead, what we want to do is build an omnipresence, which gains us multiple touch points of recognition. And basically, how you want to do this is by utilizing multiple ways of acquisition, right? When you utilize all three ways of attention, cold, organic, and paid, it negates luck as being a factor of your success. Okay. What I want you to understand is that whenever you make a service, whenever you make your business, it's all inputs to outputs, right? If you want to hit 50K per month next month, it's all inputs to outputs. How much attention do I need that I know is going to get me X amount of leads, that I know is going to get me X amount of appointments? And I know, based on how my skill set is in closing, out of all these appointments I'm going to be able to get, I'll close this percentage of them, right? And that percentage is going to allow me to make, 50K per month, or however much money I want to make. Same thing with a client, right? If you have a service you're providing for a client, it's all inputs to outputs. Understand what has to happen for this client to get the result you're trying to promise them, and then figure out how you can make that input happen and the output will happen. If we're using all three acquisition channels, we're getting unlimited inputs. Now we don't have to worry, I really want to hit 10K per month, but I don't know if it's going to happen. No, it's going to happen. We're getting unlimited amounts of attention. The inputs are being achieved. The output is inevitable. And this is simply because marketing operates off 5 core principles. And these 5 core principles can't be faked by some sort of automated webinar, fake countdowns on a sales page, or saying that, I only have X amount of spots left for the month for clients to come work with me, right? These are all lies. These are all fabs. People value truth, honesty, integrity. The more truthful we can be with our audience, the more we win. And truth is the most powerful thing we can bring in the business world. Honesty and a business built off integrity that actually delivers on the promises they make, that's a business that lasts. Okay. The 5 core principles I was talking about earlier, those are going to be winning attention, creating a meaningful connection. And you do that by being truthful and honest, building trust. You do that by being truthful and honest, showing up consistently to stay on top of people's minds, and making clear, valuable offers. Omnipresence is what achieves the 5 core principles of marketing. And this is when our audience feels like everywhere they look, they end up seeing us, right? They feel that they are always learning something valuable from us, always seeing the kind of results you can deliver, and always feeling more and more connected to us. And now, when I've implemented this strategy, when my clients have implemented this strategy, the results consistent. Inputs to outputs, right? Mark closed 2 deals on a 2K split, 4K. Keno, 2 deals closed today, maybe 4, right? Adine, three deals in a single day. All right. Now let's talk about, okay, that's getting people to know about your offer, getting them to buy. Let's talk about systems and delivering Suevo results. Okay. Now I want you to generally think about something. Let's think about this whole SMMA world, everything you've heard online. Okay. Build an offer, market it, sell, and basically get a whole bunch of clients to understand and basically practice with people's hard-earned money, right? Are you serious? That's like, think about that. That's insane. That's the most absurd thing I've ever heard. Let's think about real life. Microsoft, Amazon, Apple. These are businesses that have the most insane product in the world. They win. They are the trillion-dollar companies, right? Right now, stock market's going crazy. If you're watching this November 13th of 2024, the stock market is going absolutely insane. These trillion-dollar companies that have been winners for multiple years, decades now, are achieving extraordinary numbers, hitting trillions and trillions of dollars in new market cap revenue every single day, because they have the most valuable product in the market. Who can compete with Amazon? Who can ship your product consistently, anything you want, in 2 days? That's a product. That's something that's the most insane product I've ever heard. If you think about it logically, who do you know can even do that? That's why Amazon is number one. Think about Apple. Are you really going to buy an Android? No offense if you're watching this and you have an Android, but Apple is number one for a reason. People like Apple's product a lot more. They like the design, they like the software, they like the uniqueness, the touch, right? It's product. It's all product. All of it. It's all product. Nobody has to spend and worry all about their marketing, because they have this amazing product. And any business I've ever built, whether it's the coaching that I do one-on-one with these agency owners, I have the most insane product. I've never worked with a single coaching client that has not gotten significant results, right? I have the most insane product. Focus on your product, all right? If you want help building your systems and your products to actually get people results, and stop worrying about delivery, not being able to deliver people the results you're actually promising, book a free consultation call. We'll figure out together what the actual gap is, why you're not able to achieve the success you want with your business. The people that work with me, they get a 120-day calendar that allows them. This is the same Trello board that's getting these results here. All right. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.